Entry level wants 3 years of experience. Every application needs a degree, a referral, and a cover letter that nobody reads. And if your resume has a gap, you're done for. Every bit of that is a lie for the 5 jobs that hire literally anyone with a pulse. And one of them puts it in writing, an official government bulletin that says word for word, no experience or training is required. And these industries ran out of applicants years ago, so the requirements are gone and the training comes with a paycheck. And some of these jobs are going to be good at the entry level for people who are getting their first job, and some of them are going to be much better for career switchers. Now, I've done nothing but research jobs and hiring for about 7 years now, and I've helped over 1,000 people with documented results get dream jobs. So I don't guess, I check. So no degree, no experience, laid off, starting over. This video was made on purpose for you. So you can spend another 6 months mass applying to jobs that ghost you, or spend the next 15 minutes seeing which employers stop filtering people entirely. Now, everything is going to be sourced, government pay, data, and the employer's own postings on the screen. Additionally, I'm going to have an AI resource, which I'll put in the description in the pinned comment below, should be the third one down there, where if you're interested in one of these jobs or you want to even know more of them, it will personalize suggestions for how you can actually land the job, depending on your background, the area that you live in, etc. So if you appreciate me making this type of content and you want to see me make more of it in the future, then let me know by gently cheersing that like button. Let's go ahead and jump into it right now. All right. The first one on the list is going to be a solar panel installer. And this job is physical, it's outdoors, and the industry is growing faster than they can find hands. Now, these are basically the people who bolt the mounting racks onto rooftops, set the panels in place, and wire everything together. And NYSERDA, New York State's official energy agency, describes this as an entry-level job where companies will train you with little or no experience at all. And they are training total beginners because there aren't enough workers. And here's how you know a job has that problem. Job boards start making commercials for it. So Indeed, the job site itself, one of the biggest job sites in the entire world, produced a full day in the life video following a solar power technician named Jared, and that video has 39,000 views on YouTube.
Hi there, I'm Jared. This is a day in the life of a solar power technician. This is Aiden, who's going to be shadowing me today.
So when a job board starts making mini documentaries about your job, it's because employers are trying to get people into the job and there's not enough people to fill the job. And it's not just job boards. The solar companies are filming it too, like New York State Solar Farm, a local solar company whose day in the life video of one of their installers has over 81,000 views. And there's even a solar company owner named Cody Teal who films day in the life videos of his own crew up on the roof as he grows his solar company.
This first process of your drilling normally takes around 15 to 30 minutes.
So the workers film it, the companies film it, and the job boards film it because the demand is that real. Now, according to BLS, solar installers average about $51,000 a year. And one thing that I will say about pretty much all blue collar or trade related careers is what you see on BLS is going to be significantly lower than what people can actually make in real life. And there's many reasons for this. BLS typically doesn't factor in overtime pay. A lot of the times these types of jobs are paid in cash, and it's typically just showing the entry-level job, not the upper-level ones that you can go into. For instance, lead installers can typically make $65,000 to $85,000+ a year, according to Glassdoor. Now, like I said before, if you are interested in this career and you want to know how to get into it in your area, we made a special AI that will personalize these suggestions to you, your background, the area that you live in, etc., etc. And you can check that out by clicking the link in the description in the pinned comment below. Additionally, it's going to give you career advice, holistic career advice, not just advice on how to get into this one job, but how to actually make a plan for your career. All right, next one is going to be a data center HVAC technician. So in this position, you are going to install, monitor, and repair critical cooling and ventilation systems, industrial chillers, C-rack and CRAH units, and cooling towers. And they make sure that servers stay at safe temperatures to prevent costly network downtime. Now, data centers are a hot button issue. I am not here to agree or disagree with them. I am just telling you where the opportunity is. That is all. With that being said, according to Randstad Workforce Analysis, demand for HVAC engineers in the data center sector specifically has surged 67%. So open any tech publication today and the narrative is predictable. AI engineers, prompt engineers, ML researchers, data scientists, these are the careers of the future. LinkedIn is flooded with posts about learning Python and mastering LLM fine-tuning or pivoting into machine learning. But in reality, the real bottleneck in the AI revolution is not the code. It's the concrete, copper, coolant, and the people who know how to work with with them. And I would know because my brother's in the trade. Specifically, he's in HVAC. And he said that it's really hard to find an HVAC technician, especially good ones. So they're basically willing to hire anyone who's willing to be trained. And they will literally pay to train the person. And that's why a video about basic training for HVAC technicians is getting a lot of views on YouTube, right? So this is a video from AC Service Tech LLC, and they got 1.4 million views.
And we have this side in red and that side on blue because this is the high pressure, high temperature side, and the other side is a low pressure, low temperature side.
And that is a 6-minute video that made about $6.8 thousand just in AdSense revenue alone. So literally just from the ads that popped up on the channel alone. And by the way, I hope you're noticing the pattern by now, right? People are making money on these jobs, plus they're getting extra money filming themselves doing the job or teaching what they do on the job. So a great example of that is my brother, Zach. He actually came to me about a year ago and he told me, Shane, I'm in my 50s, my body's starting to wear out, the trades have been great to me, but I want to figure out how to make money without using my body. And he was looking for a recommendation. And he probably thought I was gonna recommend a remote job or some type of certification or maybe some cushy office job. But I told him, no, you should start a YouTube channel. And he gave me every excuse in the book that he could think of. I'm too old for YouTube. This is only for young kids who dance to TikTok. I haven't recorded a single video in my whole life. I don't even know how to set up a camera. I'm not tech savvy. And I told him, just trust me, bro, right? Just follow what I say and you'll be good. And he did, right? He trusted me. He followed the system that I have used to scale my own YouTube channel to making over $10 million. And 29 days after posting his first video, he made $214 in a single day. And that's a $78,000 a year run rate. So he went from zero to a full-time income in less than 1 month. And to end his first year on YouTube, he just made over $18,000 in a single month, which is pretty awesome for a beginner with no tech skills. And it's not just the trades. It could be any job or the things that you tell your clients while you're on the job. Just like Jen here. She's a healthcare professional who recently joined our program. And before joining us, she was a complete beginner. No idea what to make, no experience. And in her own words, she said, I hadn't dipped my toe into YouTube. And now she's got over 40,000 subscribers and her channel has over 5 million views. And she's got 3 videos over 600,000 views and 1 that hit over 700,000. And she went from zero to a full-time income in just a couple months. And I spoke with her and she told me that she quit her job. She now is traveling all over the US in her camper van, which was always her dream. And she literally just records her videos part-time in the back of her van while she's traveling. And this month she made over $10,000 from AdSense alone. And one thing I'll point out about both her and Zach, Zach's in his 50s and she's over 50 as well. I know she doesn't look like it, but she's over 50 as well. And so it doesn't matter if you're older. In fact, being older actually helps because information is abundant now. General information, you can easily just look it up on Google or look it up on ChatGPT or Claude or whatever AI you want to use. But what isn't in abundance is wisdom and experience. And that is what both Zach and Nurse Jen had. And that is where the value is now. And so you probably have noticed older people popping up left and right on YouTube crushing it. And there is a reason for that. But Shane, what if I'm passionate about my job and other things like my hobby? Well, you can definitely combine your job and your hobby, just like Dr. Danny Fisher. She works as a doctor, but she loves talking about makeup and serums. So we combined her medical expertise with how to age well. And what do you know? One of her very first videos that she uploaded using our system has over 900,000 views now.
I'm a board certified anesthesiologist, and before every surgery, I assess a patient's physical reserve.
And this just happened a few weeks ago, so she's just getting started, but she's already crushing it. So you can do that, or you can help people get into the job, just like Josh Madakor, who basically just started making really useful videos on IT and cybersecurity related topics. And he was helping people get the right certifications or get college degree, or in some cases you don't have to get a college degree or build their portfolio, but basically get into different cybersecurity and IT related jobs. And he just made very useful content that was helpful to people. And the craziest thing about Josh is he actually just used the channel to grow his personal brand at first and basically establish himself as an authority. And people who were in charge of hiring inside of Fortune 50 and FANG companies started reaching out to him, offering him the best jobs in the world. And so he ended up getting a remote job, making multiple 6 figures a year, being able to travel the world, and ended up living in his dream country, which is Japan. But then his YouTube channel just kept growing. He got to $5,000 a month, then $10,000 a month, then $30,000 a month, and then eventually he scaled it all the way up to $186,000 in a single month. And at that point, it just did not make sense for him to continue working in his job, so he quit it and went full-time on the business. And it doesn't have to be helping people with your job. It could be a software that you use inside of your job. For instance, another community member, Steven, worked on a software called Siemens NX, which is a CAD software, which is for a very specific type of engineering. And he sold $12,000+ of course sales in just a few months. And it doesn't have to have anything anything to do with your job. If you figure out how to make money on the side, you can teach other people how to do that as well. Just like Sean, who figured out how to make money from Amazon KDP, which is basically selling books online, made enough money to semi-retire, and then taught other people how to do it as well. And we helped him scale all the way up to over 500,000. And it doesn't have to be about making money related stuff or stuff that has to do with jobs or education or anything like that. It can be something to do with your hobby too. For instance, Nathan Rose. He teaches busy adults how to improve at chess, and within a few months of working with us, he was making a full-time income coaching people in chess with a very small audience as well. So I think you get the point. You do the job, then you either film yourself doing the job or you teach people how to do the job as well, or you have a problem that you solved in the past and you teach other people how to solve that problem. And if you want to know exactly how I did that myself and I taught all of these other people how to do it, I'm having a completely free live training this week. You can click the link in the description in the pinned comment below to attend it, where I'll be revealing exactly how I grew my brother's channel, as well as helped all of these other people grow their channel, the simple step-by-step system, how to get started, and I'll be giving away an AI that helps you pick your niche if you don't have one, or if you already have one, make it 10 times better and help you grow your YouTube channel and your personal brand. So click the link in the description in the pinned comment below to check that out. And I look forward to seeing you there. I'll also be answering any questions you have before, during, and after the presentation. All right, next one is the Larry Bird special, and that is the garbage and recycling collector. Now, a lot of people don't know, but Larry Bird, before he was a superstar in basketball, was a garbage man, and he was proud of it as well. He actually really enjoyed the job. And a lot of people look down on garbage men. And let's be honest, nobody grows up dreaming about this one, and that is exactly why it pays, and that's also exactly why they'll take anyone. With that being said, I just want to pause a moment here to state the obvious, which is, thank God we have garbage men, right? Thank God our streets are not full of garbage. They provide an incredibly valuable service to society, and nobody should look down on them. With that being said, there's a job posting from the city of Broken Arrow, Oklahoma for a solid waste and recycling helper, and they list the requirements as basic reading, writing, and math, and it says no experience required. So that's the whole list. You can read the job posting, you're qualified for the job, assuming you know how to use the calculator on your phone. And these are basically the people who ride the truck, empty the bins, and haul everything to the disposal facility before most of us are even awake. Now, you would think that nobody wants to watch this job, but you would be wrong. Local news stations run day-in-the-life segments following garbage collectors on their routes. And the Edmonton Journal, an actual newspaper, sent one of their journalists to ride along as a garbage collector for a day, and that video has 40,000 views.
Today I am working on a garbage story. No, really, I'm going to find out what it's like, a day in the life of a garbage collector.
And there's a creator called Paolo from Tokyo who followed a Japanese garbage collector named Genjiro through a full shift, and that video, Day in the Life of a Japanese Garbage Man, pulled in 2.5 million views in just 3 months.
This is Ginjiro, 33 years old, living by the ocean in Japan's Chigasaki, Kanagawa Prefecture, and he's just waking up for work.
And according to TubeLab, that one video made about $9,000 in ad revenue. And by the way, catch what happened there. Genjiro got paid to collect the garbage, and Paolo got paid $9,000 to film him doing it. And again, that's just from AdSense alone. If he's monetizing correctly, he can make far more money than that from other ways. So somebody else's job made him $9,000. Now, imagine being the person who does the job and films it, because then both of the checks can come to you. Now for the salary. BLS says that collectors average about $52,000 a year. And again, these numbers are always way lower than the reality. For instance, Fox News reported that about 100 New York City sanitation workers saw their pay climb to around $300,000 in a single year because staffing shortages created an overtime windfall. So that's $300,000 for collecting garbage because nobody else would show up. All right, next one is a groundskeeper or related careers, basically. And these are the people that basically maintain private and public property, things like cutting grass, trimming plants, planting flowers and bushes, maintaining fences and other structures, and keeping the grounds free of litter. And they can work full-time in the private or public sector, and they don't require formal education. And to fully understand what the groundskeeper does, I went to YouTube and found a video of a guy filming himself doing his job as a groundkeeper at Kent State, and that video got 27,000 views, meaning people are fascinated to watch other people cut grass or mow lawns.
A typical day here at Kent, well, you start out with just going around and picking up trash.
And Sports Illustrated covered the job as well on their channel. They showed behind the scenes with a dedicated team of groundskeepers who maintain a top-notch golf course at the Oak Hill Country Club in Rochester, New York, 17 days before the 105th PGA Championship. And I mean, there are channels dedicated to cutting grass on other people's lawns, and they are racking up millions of views doing it. So, just as an example, this channel called SB Mowing is getting 1.8 million views in just 7 days. And because of that, according to vidIQ, they're making $30.9 thousand a month just from AdSense alone. And one video really stuck out to me, and that was where Spencer from SB Mowing helped an elderly Wichita woman named Beth by clearing her severely overgrown yard for free to save her from a city fine. And that viral video inspired a GoFundMe campaign that raised nearly $1 million to fund critical home accessibility repairs and secure her long-term care. That is the power of YouTube, guys. Plus, he himself made a lot of money from the video too. So he's helping people and he's making money while doing it. And that's what I always say, if you make impact, the money will follow. Now, according to Glassdoor, groundskeepers make about $48,000 a year. Typically, they get about $6,000 to $11,000 in tips, overtime, and bonuses. And you can move into becoming something like a landscaper, and landscaper 3s make about $47,000 to $67,000 a year. Then of course, you can just start your own business and make a heck of a lot more than that. All right, last one is going to be the toughest one, and that is an oil field roustabout. Now, roustabouts and floor hands are the entry-level crew on a drilling rig. You're going to clean the equipment, organize the tools, move supplies, and handle pipe on long shifts in bad weather, way out in the middle of nowhere. And the BLS Occupational Handbook says it flat out: no experience, no formal education credential, and you are trained on the job. Now, here's the honest reason why. They are not paying for comfort. The long hours and the remote locations scare off almost every applicant. So the companies take anyone with a pulse who is willing to show up. And the thing that repels everybody else is the entire opportunity. If you are tough enough to do this and you want it bad enough, you can make good money working for oil rigs. And they want people so badly that the drilling companies are producing their own recruitment videos now, right? Precision Drilling made one called Inside the Roll, Floor Hand. And they were following a floor hand named Brian on a rig in Louisiana, and Brian works 14 days on and then gets a full 14 days off. Now, think about that schedule for a second. Half of the year is days off, and people are genuinely curious about this world. A company video from Savannah Energy showing nothing but entry-level floor hand tasks, like organizing tools, cleaning the rig, basic maintenance, etc., and yes, even making coffee, has over 265,000 views. So 250,000 people watched the video about the most entry-level tasks on a rig. So the appetite for this world is real.
We don't really need 2 guys or 3 guys on the floor, so if there's something needs to be done, I usually go and I clean around.
And they specifically showed a woman working on the rig. So if you think you can't do these jobs as a woman, you can. And when I say that they hire anyone, I pretty much mean everyone, right? They are recruiting everybody that they can get. And according to BLS, roustabouts make about $49,200 a year. But there are lots of positions that you can go into that pay significantly higher. For instance, drilling managers or tool pushers make about $130,000 to $150,000 a year. Rig managers make about $126,000 a year. Drillers and crane operators make about $90,000 to $105,000 a year. Well testers make about $102,000 a year. And even floor hands and roughnecks with overtime can close over $100,000 a year. And like I said before, a lot of the stuff that you see online, you can actually make significantly more than that for these blue collar type careers. And there's a lot of opportunities to help other people get into them or to teach people about the subjects, just like I showed you so many different examples of. So if you want to know how people like my brother and all those other people that I showed you started successful YouTube channels and successful personal brands to advance their careers, to start side hustle incomes, to make a second income, and to even start full-time businesses and quit their job from YouTube alone, then go ahead and attend my live training by clicking that link in the description and the pinned comment below. And do not miss out on it, because last week when I did it, we completely ran out of spots. So if you check that link and there's no spots left, then go ahead and check it in the future, because I will automatically update that link to whenever I'm doing the next live training. With that being said, I know 99% of you are going to watch my content, get a ton of value out of it. You're going to download my free resources, get a ton of value out of those. You're going to attend my live training and get a ton of value out of that as well. And we are never going to end up working together, and that is completely fine. I always want to give way more value than I receive, at least 10 to 100 times more value, and I expect nothing in return. With that being said, there's going to be a few of you out there, maybe 1%, 0.1%, that want a one-on-one mentorship experience, or you want us to literally just do the work for you of helping you grow your personal brand. If that sounds like you, go ahead and book a call by clicking the second link in the description and the pinned comment below. And by doing this, you are going to be applying to work with us one-on-one. Now, we are very picky about who we work with. We only accept about 18% of people to even take a call. And that's because we want to make sure that you are a good fit and you're somebody who's going to get results. But the types of people we typically work with are going to be professionals that have at least 10 years of experience, or they're overachievers. Basically, people that have experience, expertise, knowledge, and they want to give value to the world, by posting videos on YouTube and building their personal brand. But we also work with businesses, people that want to get more views, get more leads, and make more money using YouTube. We also work with YouTubers who are getting a lot of views, but they're struggling with monetization. And we also work with YouTubers who are crushing it, but they want to crush it harder. And we work with people who have large social media followings on other platforms, and they want to bring that over to YouTube. Basically experts, even people that have books or big email lists, and they want to bring their audience over to YouTube because they know that YouTube is the best. So if that sounds like you, go ahead, click that link to book a call, and we look forward to talking with you. And if you want to check out somebody who just joined our program just a few months ago, they were literally in the same position that you're in right now. They joined our program. Now they're making over $10,000 a month, and they were able to quit their job and travel all over the world. Check out this case study video where I interview Nurse Jen by clicking right here.